That's
and Kirk Cousins and the Vikings couldn't beat them. The Bears could beat them, and Kirk Cousins couldn't.
The Raiders beat the Ravens. Listen, you can't compare matchups like that. The Raiders beat the Ravens, but no one's going around saying the Raiders are, oh my gosh, the Raiders. No, it's matchups.
Real this year. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on them 2-0 Raiders. Come on now.
It's matchups. The NFL is about matchups. And again, it's week 1. No one.
What's good? Up next show, it's Delito and Marcus back at it with another video. Kaylee wasn't able to join us today, and we know we've been MIA, but we've had school and we've been busy, but we're going to be trying to drop you as much episodes as we can. But look, the NFL season is back. Week 2 just finished up. Packers and Lions just played last night. And now the question is which 0-2 team we think will bounce back and be able to turn around their season. Because as y'all know, 0-2 teams, especially last year, aren't normally making the playoffs. So, Marcus, I'll let you start off.
Guys, like Delito said, bro, we really haven't been on our game. And I'm sorry, guys, but, we are first. School comes before everything. And we have been busy. A lot of stuff been going on. But we're going to try to be as consistent as possible. We're going to try to get back on our grind. But now, on to the question. Now, when I first heard the topic, I was like, I was wondering who to pick. And it dawned on me. It really dawned on me. It's like the football god said, present this. So I'm about to present this. And I'm telling you right now, the Vikings, the 0-2 Vikings are in it to win it, guys. Guys, I'm telling you right now, they're good. This is a good football team that just hasn't picked up the pedals. Let me start off with this, bro. Kirk Cousins, he's an average quarterback, but all the weapons around him, Thielen, Jefferson, and Dalvin Cook, who is arguably is a top 5 running back in the league. I think over the past few games, both of them have been close. Both of them have been very close.
They made it a fight with the Bengals,
and they just went up against in my opinion, right now, the MVP candidate to win it, Kyler Murray, and lost by a point. And everybody's gonna talk about their own lives bad. That defense, that Cardinals defense, that has a great pass rush. They allowed 1 sack, guys. 1 sack, and Dalvin Cook was cooking. I see this team building up. And especially with their division, they have a Packers team that's shown the slip, a Texans team that's been a little gas, and a Lions team that's not good, and they play both of them twice a year. I see this team building up. I love Jefferson. He hasn't picked it up. He hasn't really picked it up this season. He already picked it up this season. We saw what he could do last season. I think that offense is very dynamic, and that defense I think that defense is going to be good enough for them to be able to be a wild card team this year, guys. I'm telling you this. The Vikings are a good 0-2 team. Watch out again against the Seahawks. The Seahawks have had trouble on the defensive side of the ball, So expect. Don't be surprised if the Vikings pull this off against Russell Wilson.
Stop it. Now, look. I agree with something Marcus say, because, yes, out of the 0-2 teams, the Lions just became an 0-2 team after last night. But look, this ultimately came down to the Vikings and the Colts. I don't think the Jets, Jaguars, Falcons, Giants, or Lions will be good this year. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Listen. They may be competitive, but they won't be competing for playoff spots. That's what I mean by good. There'll be competitive teams that win 5, maybe 6 games. But they won't be competing for playoff spots. So look, Marcus went with the Vikings. I'm going with the Colts because I believe they're better than the Vikings overall, and they played 2 very good teams, unlike the Vikings, who played the shaky Bears, who played the shaky Bengals, who are who fall in that competitive but bad teams, and they played the Colts. The Cardinals, which they played very well. But look,
Cardinals are a playoff team too, right?
Yeah. But look, okay. they still lost. They still lost though. But look,
by a point.
The Colts have a new QB. Carson Wentz, who was hurt in training camp, didn't get to practice. The O-line is coming along. Quentin Nelson also hurt in training camp. They didn't get to practice. And the defense started off slow. Look, the Colts lost to a Seahawks team in week 1, and they lost to the Rams in week 2. Is anyone penalizing them for that? No. Those are two good teams that we believe are Super Bowl contenders. And if it weren't for self-inflicted errors against the Rams and inability to score in the red zone, Colts are winning that game, mark my words, regardless of how well Stafford and that defense played. So I think they'll correct those errors. They'll get T.Y. Hilton back, and he won't be in his prime, but he'll still be a serviceable receiver. Michael Pittman Jr. is looking good. The chemistry will build together. They'll start getting healthy, and they'll bounce back. Because the Vikings are in a tough division. They still got A-Rod, the Bears defense, and the Lions are competitive, but not that good. This division, the AFC South is up for grabs. It's not the AFC West or the NFC West where there are four good teams. There's no clear-cut best team. It could be the Titans, but we've seen their defense. We've seen how bad it is. Their defense is below average, and their offense is still building chemistry. So the Colts are the better overall team, and despite their 0-2 start, I still have them winning the division. And don't forget, they play the Texans, who have looked good, and the Jaguars twice a year. They have weapons on offense, as I said, Michael Pittman, Zach Pascal, Jonathan Taylor, Nyheim Hines, Marlon Mack, Darius Leonard on defense, DeForest Buckner, Julian Blackmon, just to name a few. Frank Reich knows how to coach. He knows what he's doing. Carson Wentz stays healthy, this Colts team could go far in the playoffs.
I'm gonna stop you there. You naming out all the assets the offense have. If we go head to head, the Vikings have a better offense.
But
the Vikings have a better offense. The Vikings
when healthy is a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is average. He has all these
weapons around him.
Average.
Look at
Kirk Cousins doesn't do anything with those weapons. He doesn't win football games. Carson Wentz has worse weapons, and he's a better quarterback. So Carson Wentz can win more football games than Kirk Cousins.
Look, listen. It's Carson. So you're saying Carson Wentz is a substantially better quarterback to where he just elevates his team that much to be better than the assets that Kirk Cousins is working with. Kirk Cousins is working with arguably a top 10 receiver in Justin Jefferson. He's working with an efficient Adam Thielen, who's proven this year that he's gonna get touchdowns, he's gonna get targets, he's gonna get receptions. He's going to be an efficient receiver. And he's also working with a top 5 running back in a good O-line, like I mentioned, that stopped that Cardinals pass deep. That caught that Cardinals.
Okay, but would you say the Vikings O-line is better than the Colts? Is the Vikings O-line full strength better than the Colts O-line full strength?
No.
Okay.
No. But that has nothing to do with the overall weapons, Deliso.
No, so because he has better receivers, Kirk Cousins, the Vikings are better. The Vikings are more suited.
I'm saying
take into context who they play.
I am saying to you that if you compare the offenses tit for tat, the Vikings offense is better.
Okay, but do you believe the Vikings offense will stack up better against the Bears defense, against the Lions, against the Packers?
Yes.
They're 0-2. We're talking about which 0-2 team will turn it around.
Yes. I will say this. We're talking about that offense. Look at the Bears defense. All right. We look at the Lions defense. All right.
And you saw what the Bears defense did to Joe Burrow and them. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings couldn't beat them. The Bears could beat them, and Kirk Cousins couldn't.
The Raiders beat the Ravens. Listen, you can't compare matchups like that. The Raiders beat the Ravens, but no one's going around saying the Raiders are, oh my gosh, the Raiders. No, it's matchups.
Real this year. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on them 2-0 Raiders. Come on now.
The NFL is about matchups. And again, it's week 1. No one takes week 1 that serious. It's not that serious.
Every loser says until you go 0-2.
There's still kinks they work out. There's still play calls they're memorizing. There's still every chemistry that's still being built. I'm telling to you is the Vikings offense is going to wipe every single defense. Even when you look at the Packers, bro. I see the Lions and I see the Lions piecing them up. The Lions tonight. I see the Lions. Driving down the field on them. Now they're
35-17. Didn't score in the second half.
There were some mental errors, but at the first half, the Lions were killing them.
But the game is 2 halves, 60 minutes, full games. The Lions still got blown out by 18 points.
And the Lions do not have nearly as many weapons as the Vikings do. And they play them twice a year.
So you're saying the Vikings are in the same league as the Packers?
What? I'm saying the Vikings is going.
The Vikings can compete.
This is what I'm saying. To make it clear to you and the audience, the Vikings offense is going to run through every single defense in their division. every single defense in their division. They play them twice a year. That's already 6 games. That's already 6 games where it's either going to be a shootout. In the Packers case, it's either going to be a shootout or they're going to blow them out, whether it be the Lions or the Bears. Especially Andy Dalton hurt, they have Justin Fields, rookie quarterback.
So you got Vikings as a playoff team this year.
I got Vikings either as a playoff team
or they just miss out. Or they
will just miss out, or they will be a playoff team.
But will they win the division over the Packers?
No.
Okay. Okay. Now look. Before we close up this video, look, I do want to say the Colts were average against the pass, but they were 6th against the run, allowing 3.7 yards per carry, and only allowing 20 plus carries to go. They only allowed 4 carries to go for over 20 yards.
So?
But look. They were top 10 in passing yards per attempt.
Who did they play?
Look. This is last year.
Oh, I was going to say this.
No. This is last year. They were top 10 in passing yards per attempt and in completion percentage last year. And that was with old man Phillip Rivers and his 15 kids and his turnover-prone interception fumbling ways. And they made the playoffs last year. They made the playoffs in the same division they were in. So with an upgrade at quarterback in Carson Wentz, the Colts will be just fine and they'll bounce back from starting 0-2. But a keyword, if Carson Wentz can stay healthy, because you just saw he sprained both of his ankles against the Rams. But Carson Wentz stays healthy, this Colts team will be able to bounce back from being 0-2, and they'll break the narrative because last year, no teams who started 0-2 made the playoffs. The Colts will make the playoffs and win the division, even though they started 0-2 this year.
In the division?
Yes. The Titans aren't winning the division. The Titans may just miss out on the playoffs, or they may make it, but they'll be in that wild card around 6 or 7. But I do want to say something. Them Raiders making the playoffs this year.
I know you see King Henry.
Okay. King Henry can run all he wants, but them Raiders making the playoffs this year. And the Colts are winning the division.
And the Falcons are in a rebuild.
Thank you for telling me what you're going to do.
And we will surprise some people, bro. We will surprise some people next year. Bro, we're rebuilding. It's okay, though. It's okay. It's all part of the game.
Sure. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Atlanta boys, we still riding.
Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Some video ideas for us in the comments. And we'll see you on the next video.